seconds, we're going to play Johnny Callaghan, or Callaghan, which my first question, Johnny, is how do you spell how do you pronounce? I'm reading it as Callaghan, but I've noticed people pronounce it as Callaghan. So there you go. Before I even make contact, we have the first question. Okay, here is Johnny singing Mr. Jones. And do stay tuned, folks. Sit back, relax, because let the fun begin. It's special guest time. Here is Mr. Jones.
Driving home another load of hay, till he came upon an accident on a lonely county highway. He could hear a baby crying, see the folks as they lay dying, and the mother said with her final breath, "The baby has no kin, won't you please take him in? Give him love and give him all your best." So he took him to the big house where he worked as a sharecropper. From that day on he never was alone. And when the little white boy cut his hands from picking berries, he came running, crying to Mr. Jones. "I'm in trouble, come and get me, Mr. Jones. You're the only one can help me in this world, I'm all alone. Yes, I love you and I need you, Mr. Jones. Well, I'm in trouble, come and get me, Mr. Jones." He grew up and got in trouble with the law on the double. As soon as his name was known throughout the land, he robbed a bank in Dallas, killed a man in Oklahoma, and each time he'd take the phone out in his hand. And each time the county sheriff stopped by, upon Mr. Jones would die, and from his eyes a tear began to run. And he began to pray that he'd live to see the day he'd hold the boy he raised just like his son. Well, I'm in trouble, come and get me, Mr. Jones. You're the only one that's left here in this world, I'm all alone. Yes, I love you and I need you, Mr. Jones. Well, I'm in trouble, come and get me, Mr. Jones. One Saturday night, I was Italy in jail from fighting and just raising hell. Well, that Sunday morning, he picked up the phone, and as the telephone was ringing, well, back home at church, a choir was singing, "I'm going home for Mr. Jones." As the choir stopped singing, well, the telephone just kept right on ringing. As they slowly laid Mr. Jones to rest, there are those that say, "Well, Mr. Jones, well, he passed away from a broken heart and just plain unhappiness." Well, I'm in trouble, come and get me, Mr. Jones. You're the only one that's left here in this world, I'm all alone. Yes, I love you and I need you, Mr. Jones. Well, I'm in trouble, come and get me, Mr. Jones. Yes, I'm in trouble, come and get me, Mr. Jones.
And a song called Mr. Jones. And joining me on the phone is Johnny Callaghan. How are you, Johnny?
Hello, Willie. How you doing? I'm doing very well. How you doing yourself?
I'm doing grand. Listen, thanks for taking the time out to come on with us.
Oh, geez, not at all. I appreciate you very much for giving me a shot on the radio station there. Appreciate that very much.
Not at all. You're very welcome. Ballybuffet, that is a nice part of the world. Donegal.
Yeah, it's okay. It's good enough spot. I suppose I am born and reared here, so you don't pass too much remarks on it when you're living here, like you.
Right, I might say it's kind of everybody knows everyone.
Well, aye, oh God, aye. Not a very built up area altogether, like, you know, so aye, everybody knows kind of everybody is right.
That's right. We were chatting there just before we came on air that we have a mutual friend, I think, in Ballybough. That would be Paul McNulty.
That's right. Paul McNulty. God, it's a lifetime since I've seen Paul. He's away from here for a long time.
Yeah, Paul is down. He's running a bar here called Cheers Bar, and he's very successful.
My God. Well, is that in Fermoy, is it? Aye.
That's in Fermoy, yeah, on McCurtain Street. I suppose it's through the main street of the town. But he's doing very well there with all the bands, all types of music. He caters for trad, country, rock. Fair play to him.
He covers them all.
Covers them all. He gives them all the night. Thursday could be one and Friday could be another. You know, it's a great spot.
Good. And Paul was a great lad. You know, he was a nice fella, and well, I'm sure he's still the same. I can't say how he has changed, but Paul was a great lad, very, very agreeable type of fella, nice kind of man. Like.
Still a gentleman today, indeed he is. The music, Johnny, that first song, Mr. Jones. No, I get the impression that you are a lifelong fan of country, because that's real country, isn't it?
I would be a lifelong fan of country, surely. That was Rolly Daniels was the first man I heard singing that song, and you know what, I always kind of liked it. Remember when, a couple of years ago, married my wife and myself, thought that maybe I should do a CD just for the children and that song, I was determined to put that on it anyway, one way or another. You know, I like that. I like Rolly Daniels singing anyway. I like his style of singing, and
I'm with you, and that one jumped out at you that you'd like to do that one.
Yeah, I thought I would do that one then anyway. So whether I've done it justice or not, I don't know.
I'll be glad you did.
Done the best we could with it.
Okay, now we've been taking part there on the chat on Facebook, as you know. They're a mad bunch. They want us to do a real posh interview, so.
Oh Jesus! We'll have to give it as posh as we'll have to mind my language.
Yeah, my beeper's broken.
Oh God! Well, you better get that going. I know what you're talking to me.
I was using the doorbell, but the wife gave up standing out there to press it. So. And it's raining tonight, so we've no hope at all.
I would definitely beat needed.
That's it. Anyway at all. We were chatting there on Facebook about the Carrigaline. In Carrigaline is where they actually made Viagra.
Jesus, I was looking at that there before I came into the room here. I'll tell you, there were no Viagra at the time I was there. Unfortunately, well, maybe fortunately, there was no shape. That's a long time ago. I worked down there. I was only down for about 6 months, maybe like that.
Right.
And also way back, Jesus, that's late 70s, maybe 77, 78, around that time. You know.
Oh, right.
Long time ago.
Long before
Viagra. Young unfortunately at that time. So.
That's a distance meant nothing. Just travel to where the work was.
It's a beautiful place, Carrigaline, I have to say.
It is. It's a nice kind of a coastal area, as a fella said.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Michelle Price says hello, and Connie says hello. They're all saying hello to you here on Facebook.
Well, hello, Michelle and Connie. Thank you very much.
The music, I suppose, you're playing the pub scene, is it, Johnny, or do you do weddings?
No, I don't really do well. I'm just playing on my own, so it's mostly the pubs, maybe a few parties or excuse me, or that type of thing. So just the smaller venues, just
very good.
There would have been a band. I started out with a band years and years ago. There were 5 of us, and it's reduced on down to myself now. It went down to 4 and 3. And, work got harder to get money to pay 4 and 5 men.
It is indeed. It's flooded with bands.
You play yourself. You probably know the crack anyhow.
I do. I'm also a one man at the moment as well, and I know the old scene with the bands as well. It's a tough slog with the bands because they need to get the big money, and you're in a different subject when you're in a big band because it's all or nothing. You have to either commit to it. It's very hard to be part time when you're in a big band.
That's right. That's exactly a massive commitment there.
It is, and you're relying on big crowds then to get doors and stuff, and But
True.
I suppose you're in what we call the Nashville of country, really, because up north it's really popular, isn't it?
It is very, very popular at the moment now. You have all the very popular boys now, the Nathan Carter, Derek Ryan, you have all them, Jim Devine, you have them all here now, sprouted up, you know. It's kind of, just put a breath of fresh air into it big time now, you know. A lot of country. Even the jiving and that has come back into force again. That was kind of gone for a while there. So it's good, you know, very, very good at the moment, anyway now.
That's the job, because, yeah, we have country bands down here, but I suppose the mecca of the country is up north, you know, compared to down south. And I suppose
that's right, that's true, yeah.
But the lads have really helped the scene, haven't they? The younger stars of today, really, they brought another generation into it of younger people, which probably missed out in the last...
That's right.
Country probably missed a generation or two, you know.
They did, you're absolutely right. Because when the Brenton Quinns and Big Tom, you know, that they kind of, well, I suppose they got older and, you know, maybe just wasn't as popular as what they used to be, maybe. Once that age group, that kind of, as you say, moved on, the next gap came in and there was nobody there to take their place. So, yeah, you're right, they missed a spell, all right. You're right enough, there was a generation skipped there, right enough,
But I suppose it goes back to the explosion of the Garth Brooks era, maybe might have opened it up, you know. That's
right, yeah, that's exactly right.
Whereas
that's right, that American country came on, his country then, well, I don't know what, that's a kind of it's a more rockier version maybe of it too, isn't it, that Garth Brooks style of country that he does?
It is what we would have classed as kind of Def Leppard type music in our day, wouldn't it? It's
that's right. It's a different. That's right. That's exactly right. Different from just the jives and that type of thing.
Exactly.
Different type of stuff. It wasn't really a dancing, I suppose. It wasn't dancing music, maybe, if you want to go like that. Like.
But it brought in the younger generation, and that has to be good, I suppose. We won't complain.
Definitely. Definitely, even when you still do, like even a Garth Brooks song around, you know, if you do one on the pubs, even yet you still get, you know, you get a bit of an response still to them, like, you know, you're thinking to be kind of died out a wee bit now, but no, it's not, it's still going good yet, you know.
Yeah, definitely. He was getting a lot of attention in the summer, alright, with the concerts.
That was something. I would say nobody ever tell of 5 concerts been sold out like that, just like that, you know. And they would have sold a 6th one, I would say, if we had to put it on, but sure, look at the way that went then.
I'd say if he got in at all, he'd never get home. I'd say that was part of the plan.
He could have camped here.
They'd have him refereeing the All-Ireland before he left.
Oh, jeez, that's right. That's exactly right.
Is that a sore point with you? The Donegal and the match? You're all sorted out after the match, are you?
Oh, Jesus, I was a bit of a downer after the match. I wasn't up at it myself at all.
They're happy in Kerry.
There was a bit of a downer now after that. But still, like, I mean, Kerry done good. They come out on top, and sure, God, it was, you know,
there has to be one
deserved winners, I think, at the same time now.
There has to be one winner at the end, I suppose.
Yeah, I'll probably be shot for saying that, but nevertheless, like, they still played better on the day, and sure, Jesus, that's what it's all about, like, at the end of the day, you know.
Exactly. It's whoever is the hungriest on the day.
Exactly, exactly, that's right.
I suppose back to the music, Johnny, it's, are you a multi-instrumentalist, or do you just play guitar, is it?
Well, no, I play guitar, years ago I would have drummed a wee bit, done a bit on the drums, play the mouth or harmonica, you know, that type of thing, accordion, done a bit, but now it's just the guitar only, just the guitar and drum machine. Use a few tracks, just maybe about 15 or 20 songs on back into mini discs, you know.
Very good, yeah.
The rest of it's just myself, guitar, drum machine, and that's about it, like.
Fair play,
but,
and...
it's grand, you know, like, no, but I wouldn't be a massive multi-instrument player now, no, not really.
I know what you
mean. I would have more of an interest in singing, really. I love singing more so than I would playing as such, you know, that kind of way.
Right, I'm with you. So it's the story and the storytelling that appeals to you. So it's the singing.
It was, yeah, that's right, exactly. If Margaret and me went to a dance or a concert, I think I had to be the singer. I would always be listening to her all the time, like, you know.
Yeah, I'd be the same. I'd go for the singer and the story.
Yeah, geez, I'm glad to hear somebody saying that, because a lot of ones that you'd be talking to, you know, listen, geez, that's a great guitar player, great drummer, great sound there. I'm sure there's a great sound and great drummers, but that's the bloody song I would be listening to all the time, like, you know.
Different people take different things from music, don't they? So much.
They do. Aye, you're absolutely right, Molly, that's right.
Yeah, I do have a passion when I'm listening to band. It's piano. I have this ear for piano. I just love listening to country piano.
Oh, Jesus, I also... Well, what do you play yourself when you're playing, Desiree?
I play keyboards and guitar, mainly keyboards.
Brilliant.
You know, it's like yourself, trying to get into tracks, this and that, but it's mainly the arrangement on the left hand, do you know what I mean, of whatever. Patterns would be on the keyboard, but...
Oh, gee, okay, aye.
To be the same as yourself, country, sing-along stuff. I'm going more towards pubs as well now, rather than dances and weddings, you know.
Yeah.
But it's anywhere you can get a chance to show the wares and sing along, do you know?
Well, that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Yeah, that's exactly right. You're trying to generate a bit of work for yourself, you know, get the job done the best you can.
That's it, yeah. Have you ever dabbled in the writing? Do you write songs, Johnny?
Oh, jeez, no, I never wrote songs. No, I would have I wouldn't have a head for that at all, to be honest. I just admire people that can do that, but no.
Right, yeah.
No.
Ash, you'd never know.
Oh, Jesus, no, I don't think right now come into that some way, no, definitely not. I would have no grasp of that at all, really, to be honest with you. I love listening to songs, like new songs, but there would be songs that somebody else done.
It's not for everyone, I suppose. It's not for everyone. We need singers too.
No, that's right. Yeah, true enough, I suppose that's right. No, and it's hard for them fellas that writes too. For Jesus, it's 1 in a million that takes off, and
that's true. It's I suppose for most people,
I'm sure for a lot of them, when they've put a wild lot of effort into this thing and nothing happens with it, then or maybe somebody else takes it and it goes like a bomb.
It's all a game of luck, isn't it?
Oh, Jesus, it is. It's all a game of luck, surely.
No matter what you're at, it depends on what direction. Look, if it follows you, you'll make it.
That's correct. That's exactly right. I agree 100% with you there. Yeah, that's right. Luck is a massive part of it now. The definition of the house.
I just got a message in there on Facebook, Johnny. Joan is over in Toledo, in Ohio, in USA, and she says hello, and she said she could sit here and listen to us talking all night.
Well, tell Joan, thanks very, very much. I appreciate that.
There you go, Joan. Joan is living in Toledo, and she's a regular listener to the station.
So, God.
So there you are. You're being broadcast in America from Ballybuffet. How's that? That's
God, this could be the end of your radio station.
It could be the makings of us both. That's some mobile phone I have.
Joan, thanks very much. I appreciate that very much.
No problem. She can hear you there loud and clear.
Great. Thank you, Joan.
What we'll do, Johnny, we'll play a song from you, if that's okay, and we'll have a chat for a couple of minutes, as the fella said, after it again, and we'll say bye-bye then. Would that be okay?
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
As the fella said, I get people on the radio, but I'm very slow to leave them go away.
Well, geez, I could chat for Ireland, so don't be worrying about it.
No bother. What we're going to do is, I'm going to put on, which song will I put on? I got Daydream Believer.
Oh, good God, that's brilliant, thank you.
Okay, and we'll have a chat again after this.
I could hide neath the wing of a bluebird as she sang. 6 o'clock alarm would never ring, but it rings and I rise, wipe the sleep out of my eyes. Shaving razor's cold and it stings. Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen? You once thought of me
Here we go. We were just out checking the doorbell to see would the beeper be working if we needed it. And yep.
No beeper yet, boy.
No, the doorbell is broken. We've no beeper. We have to watch the language, Johnny. But sure, no problem to us. No problem to us.
We're getting there anyway.
That's it. I enjoyed that. Daydream Believer. That's an old classic, isn't it?
That's an old classic, that one, right enough. Aye, surely. The songs, and some people says to me about the CD that they're wild variety. It's not the one typist music on it. But the reason why I done that is that's the kind of pretty much what I do when I'll be playing. You'd be doing a kind of just all the one.
Yes, you're catering.
So that's why I put that. Some people like that, some people doesn't. They would rather have all country, all
I know what
ballads,
you mean,
all rock and roll or whatever, that kind of way.
But I suppose
I just put a bit of each on it.
It shows your versatility, I suppose. You cater for all age groups. And
I suppose, maybe, or you try and do your best for them, but you'll not please them all anyway, one way or another, I suppose.
No, as a fella said, there's always something. always a song to be learned, and something that you haven't heard of, isn't there? It's
always, yeah.
It's a given, as a fella said.
Every night, nearly, there's something different. Yeah.
Now, travel-wise, gig-wise, do you come down? How far? What's your radius? Do you?
Well, it's mostly around Donegal. Well, I went down. I was down as far as Freshford in Kilkenny. That's about as far as ever I went.
Oh.
I was down to do a party actually down there. But it was a nephew of mine's. Well, they had a kind of a christening we do after the christening. I done that, and then I played in Kilkenny City. I've done one gig in it. Jesus,
right, that's
the name of the place that I was in there. It was just a one-off thing too. I just went down to see how I get on, but it's a fair long journey now down.
That's a long drive across, yeah. That's
it's a long run down.
Yeah,
but
I have a lot of relations in Kilkenny. Actually, I have in Castlecomer and Kilkenny. Would say Langton's Hotel.
So good God!
Yeah, it's a good.
You do that yourself, aye?
No, I don't tend to travel that much anymore. Not that
travel that much.
If something came in, I'd have a go, at a party or something. But gig-wise, I'd probably stay within the hour from home,
Sure. Well, I'm pretty much the same. Just kind of within the county, just that I stay with it.
Because I'm becoming a bit of a homebird,
Same as that. There were a time maybe I wouldn't have thought much about it, but not now with the children and this and that. You'd rather try and get home at night or get home at some reasonable hour maybe.
There was a time we'd check into a hotel and it could be days before we check out, but
the time meant nothing.
That's it, yeah. Have you any homes to go to?
That's right. Jesus, that's true.
Right. I have a strange question for you here now, Johnny. We might get the doorbell on standby for this one. Do you know Sue Ward? She's there. She have a question. Sue's always getting me in trouble, you see.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Yes. Sue is over in Leeds in the UK, and she's tuned in, and she says hi. And her question is, does he ever get underwear thrown at you during a gig?
Sadly, no underwear.
And that would be a no from the two of us.
I've never had the pleasure of that.
You see,
I never did get into a status of Tom Jones.
Yeah,
There's things through that way, but definitely not underwear.
There was people in them at the time, maybe. Did you?
Exactly.
Bodies flying by. There you go, Sue. I asked the question, and that's a no from the both of us, by the way. Yes. They're a gas lad, aren't they?
Oh, God, I'll tell you, you get a lot of things hurled at you in places where you're playing.
Indeed. I suppose the strangest one, there's always a story that you'd remember and take with you. The strangest one for me was a hen night one night, where someone brought in a bag of flour, and everything I had was this driver flour.
Oh, jeez, you're joking.
That stuck with me. Have you anything like that ever happen you?
No. Not with flour, but I have got equipment wrecked with drink and tossing speakers and jeez,
I know
I don't know, the stag parties, hen parties, there you get a bad feeling when you see them coming in, and fair play, sir, because you know you're a target. You're like a bloody magnet for them. They just come up and torch you, you know, for the night, like.
Yeah, you'd be on extra guard. They're extra fueled on the night, as they say.
Exactly. You know, some of them's grand, and they're out for the crack, I suppose. But sometimes it can just get to be. It can get to be a very costly night for you. Maybe get a mic broke or a speaker tossed, you know, and things like that.
And worse than the point is the minerals, because the sugar.
Yeah,
the sugar is more damaging than anything.
Oh, Jesus, you know, there's spill things over, and I'm sure you've been down that road yourself with them. You know the
oh yeah, like. And it's like slow motion in front of you. You can't turn it back, but it's happening. You know.
Well, no, that's the one. That's exactly right. It's like an accident happening, just and you can't.
Yeah, exactly.
You'd love to wake him up.
That's it. And I can't believe we got onto that conversation from talking about underwear being thrown at us, and
that's a flower been thrown over your game. Or drink, yeah.
Do you know, if we met in a pub, we'd be there all day, I'd say.
There could be books written about this, you know. That's the truth. If you just sat down for long enough, you know.
Exactly. Yeah. I suppose I'll give you the stage to yourself there, Johnny. Is there anything you want to promote, or have you any albums or recordings coming out in the future? No, not really. No, I haven't really thought about anything. That one there was just done a kind of, as I say, for the children, you know. And then we just decided to do some. Margaret said when it was done, then she said, "Geez, maybe you should try and sell it, or you know, pump yourself up a wee bit with it." So that's what we were trying to. That's what I was trying to do, pretty much. Throwing up an extra bit of work. Well, really, that's all what it was. But to record anything else, no, I haven't thought about anything like that just yet, anyway. That is the problem with the recording. It's not cheap to record, and you do need to work to cover the costs, because it is quite expensive, isn't it? Correct.
That's 100% right. People doesn't sort of realise that, you know. They think it's just a recording. Like, Jesus, what's the problem? Like, you know, but.
Yeah,
even, you know, if you want men to play, like, you're going to have to pay them. The studios is very expensive per hour, you know. And
it is, and it's behind the scenes. You need the work to back it up, and if it's not there, it's not feasible, you know.
Not at all. Like, you wouldn't find thousands of euros slipping away from you, and like, you play a lot of nights around, you know, around the pubs, like, before you got money back in again. Never chat about making anything profit out of it, like, you know.
Exactly. Exactly.
No, and then I suppose maybe if you're single and you have nothing else to bother you, that's fine. Like, but you know, when you have a family, you probably have a family yourself. Well, I suppose you have,
I'm married. Yeah, I am indeed.
You know the crack. You see, if you're throwing money at something like that there and it doesn't work, Jesus, like it's coming out of the house, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, and the lights get cut off, and she's not too happy with the candle, and
not. So exactly, and very bad picture and absolutely no sound.
No sound. Yes, we're looking at the same picture, the same telly, yeah. No, first, Margaret, we should put up there a lot now, to tell you the truth. But no, it's too risky. It's just too risky, unless you had a lot of money behind you and you didn't really care, you know. Yeah, but you can still enjoy the music in the pub scene and the parties, because it's probably more natural as well to be more relaxed rather than putting yourself under pressure to be producing this and that, you know.
Oh yeah, God, no, I don't know if I'd be into that or not, right enough, that kind of pressurised, and as you say, the pub is a more relaxed thing. You know. That's it, and you go and do your job. You get to make a long few ones up to sing, and there's a bit of crack going, you know, and it's fucking grand. Like, I don't mind it, to tell you the truth. Surely you get the odd night that you'd be sorry you ever got up, like, out of your bed, you know, but
yeah,
you know, most of them's grand now, to be honest with you. They're dead on, like.
That's mighty. Yeah, we'll always get the one that doesn't go to plan, but you learn from those ones. You learn from those, correct. That's exactly right. It's good to talk to somebody that's at the same as myself, because I know you know exactly what it's like, you know. Yeah, we know no airs and graces on it. Exactly. Yeah, we're not going to glorify it in any way, as a fella said. Not at all. No, it's cold at 4 in the morning. But I enjoy it, and it's a few pound, you know, and I mean, damn it, I can't say nothing about it at the same time. You get the bad ones, but you get more good ones than bad ones. So. Exactly, yeah, exactly, you do. That's right. Just say hello to Margaret there, by the way. Just,
she's listening to it.
she is on Facebook here. You're a mighty man. You're typing, you're talking, you're
Oh, gee.
you're going great, God.
Well, she can type, no bother at all. Hello, Margaret, eh?
Yes, the job. She's
I
getting,
hope you have the wee ones in bed.
she's standing up for you here on Facebook. She's flying.
Good stuff, good stuff.
Connie O'Gorman says hello.
Oh, brilliant. Hello, yourself.
Connie is a DJ with us here as well, and it was Connie that put me onto your music, actually, and she sent me the link. So thanks to Connie that we're here today having a chat.
Well, thank you very much, Connie. I appreciate that very much. Appreciate it very, very much.
Yeah, the radio, it's, well, I'm about 12 months or a little over at radio now. It was something I never planned to be in. I just did it out of a favour one day. I never even dreamed of doing radio, but thanks to Dan Fleming in Fermoy, who asked me to just fill in for an hour or two for someone a year ago. So if that's... Jeez. Would you have any aspirations?
You don't sound like you're only at it 12 months, and you sound like you're at it your whole life, that.
No, that's just me talking. I talk to the wall, you see.
Jeez, well, I'll tell you what, you're very, very good at your job, and I have no doubt about it. Very good at it.
Thank you very much. The interviews in...
I said, I couldn't do that. I just simply couldn't do that. DJing, like, on the radio, Jesus, no, I couldn't. Yeah. I don't think I could handle it at all. That's
what I was going to ask you. Would you ever dream of going down that road in connection with music, or...
Oh, no, I didn't think I would have anything to do with that. Oh, Christ, no. No, I wouldn't be, was it Connie said, I wouldn't be posh enough.
Yes.
I need to brush up on our language and that.
That's it, and you need a good doorbell as well, you see.
You need a good doorbell, yes, correct. That's exactly right. Well, you need a good doorbell.
There's gas.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Yeah, I suppose the music it's alive and well, and it's kind of gone through a lot of changes through the years, hasn't it? It's. Yeah. Do you remember the old weddings in the old days? Of weddings used to take place in the afternoon, and to be all over by 6 in the evening.
Yeah, that's right. That's
right.
But now it's a different world now. It goes on to the bloody middle of the night now. Anything that
into the next day and everything. Yeah, it's kind of it's changed completely. But I don't know why I ended up on going so far back. But I do remember the old weddings, the afternoon music, and it was all wrapped up by 6 or 7.
Yeah, that's right. And you could have went and played somewhere else when you would have played in a lounge maybe that night again. But now that's go. I'm sure it's the same time with you too. It starts now about 9 or 10 o'clock at night.
That's it. It's a 2 or 3 day event now down here because
oh Jesus, yeah, they've that bloody hammering. That's right. Aye. Well, you've a day before and the wedding and the day after. And
they're booking bands for the day after even at this stage, you know.
That's right. That's right. We're not married at all, like really.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, should we check it out?
I would agree with you there. There's something wrong, like, you know. We missed out on something for sure. There's no doubt about it.
It came up at one of last week's shows there about sexual relations, you know. And I was saying, surely, I don't think we have any, because they would have been at the wedding, you know.
You're right. I think they had to be callaghan.
That's it. See, it depends on which way the wind is blowing. Some nights we get no sleep at all from callaghan.
That's right. Maybe a fallout, maybe coming.
That's it. You can see the big blue cloud coming.
Oh, Jesus. But no, you're absolutely right about the playing, about the weddings, and then, God almighty, you know, the week before last week, the farther away, I had 2 of them days after the wedding to play at, you know. Jesus, it's unbelievable. I don't know how they even afford it, you know, they can just carry this, keep it going, like.
Yeah, I know what you mean. No, it's amazing. It's the new generation. It's what they're into, I suppose. You know, it's
what they're into. And I suppose maybe now there's ones coming from far away. There are a lot of ones in Australia, and they're coming home from weddings and things. Maybe that's the reason that they do that. You know, I don't know, but
that's true. It's a gathering where they'll be leaving home again. You know,
make a big thing of it.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know what Johnny, the time has flown. Did you know you're 35 minutes on with me now?
Oh, Jesus, I'm sorry. What if we're keeping you so long? That's what I was telling you. I could talk for Ireland. No doubt about it.
No,
and before I go,
wasn't.
I want to thank Connie, or if you can thank her for me even, for playing the songs last week. Jesus, she
No problem. I wasn't giving out to you there, by the way.
Least, like.
I wasn't giving out to you there, by the way. No.
Well, she's a good woman. She's a great girl, and no doubt about it. I appreciate it. That's very, very much.
No problem.
Appreciate
Connie is
very,
tuned
very
in,
much.
so
No.
she's listening to you, so fair play to you, Connie.
Yes, I appreciate it. Could have split it, and Dan, to yourself, only thank you very, even for for thinking that they're good enough to play on your show and that. Like Jesus, I appreciate that very, very much. You didn't have to do that, but
It's a
I
pleasure.
appreciate it anyhow.
It's a pleasure. As a fella said, it's good enough for you to go and record it. It's good enough for us to play. We love playing. We love that.
Well, as I say, thank you very, very much for taking the time to talk to me. That was brilliant to chatty. It's great to talk to somebody that's on the same game as myself, like, and at the doing the one man and that, so at least you understand the whole thing from end to end.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
exactly.
Thank you very much.
We must meet for a pint someday.
Well, it certainly will. With the help of God, I hope we will. I hope we will.
And I'll hope you come on again for another chat with us sometime later on.
Oh, Jesus, anytime at all. Don't you be a bit afraid to ring. No problem at all.
No problem.
No problem at all.
Listen, the very best of luck to you, Johnny, in all that you do.
Well, thank you. And thank you very much, Willie.
No
Thank
problem.
you very much.
A pleasure talking to you.
Appreciate that.
I'm going to play out with Suspicious Minds, another one from yourself, Johnny.
Good heavens. Oh.
So this will get him rocking in the aisles.
I think you can go get him away on a good note now.
That's the job. Thanks very much, Johnny.
We're caught in a trap. I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. Why can't you see what you're doing to me when you don't believe a word I'm saying? We can't go on together with suspicious minds, and we can build our dreams on suspicious minds. Well, no friend I know, I'd smile and say hello. Would I still see suspicion in your eyes? Here we go again, asking where I've been. You can't see the tears are real, I'm crying. We can't go on together with suspicious minds, and we can build our dreams on suspicious minds. Oh, that our love survive. I'd rather tears from your eyes. Just don't let a good thing die. 'Cause honey, yeah, you know I would never lie to you. No, not much. Yeah, yeah. We're caught in a trap. I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. Yeah. Why can't you see what you're doing to me? When you don't believe
There you go. Johnny Callaghan. What a guy. Really enjoyed that chat. I really did. And thanks for all the messages and comments there on Facebook. You were good fun. Yes, he enjoyed that. He said to me there just before we signed off, and I'm glad you enjoyed it as well. It's grand to talk to someone who is so natural and has a good sense of humour, because it's the way to go, just to be yourself. No airs or graces, as we said. Just be ourselves. And that was mighty. And we're going to play Johnny Callaghan, or Callaghan, which my first question, Johnny, is how do you spell how do you pronounce